2020 has been a wake-up year. It constrained everybody to acknowledge exactly how delicate their work is. You understand what they state. First time is an accident, the second time is a choice. That is the reason today we're causing you set up some close to home objectives during the current year. Welcome to Daily Internet Dose. Before we start the rundown, get a bit of paper and a pen. We need you to record these objectives and close to every one, record how it explicitly means your existence. Toward the year's end we'll check the rundown and you'll be astonished by what occurs. 1. Grow your income by in any event half. Individuals who set themselves to objectives worth 10x their pay are hallucinating or are doing ridiculously low numbers in any case. For those of you who are as of now developed in your excursion, half is more than an implausible objective that will expect you to grow your range of abilities. Why? Since, in such a case that you've been working typically, you don't have half more work time, so you can't just savage power your way into this objective. Without a doubt, it will expect you to be more coordinated, to design things better, most likely work a smidgen more, yet the distinction this hop in profit will make in your life will be shocking. By, half is our go-to development metric, with regards to medium to enormous numbers. Record on your bit of paper how much cash you made a year ago and what a half development would resemble. Record it. Since you have your number, it's dependent upon you to separate that into what it will take explicitly to get to it. 2. Develop a new revenue stream that has the potential to grow. Many individuals were harmed a year ago in light of the fact that they just set up their assets in one place. Try not to resemble those individuals. On the off chance that you need to be monetarily free, it ought to be one of our objectives to build up another income stream like clockwork and take the time between each to develop them. When you have 2 or 3 of them ready for action, center around those that are raising the most income or have the longest long haul potential. 3. Clean your house, literally and metaphorically. Mess is easing back you down. You own excessively. You attempt to do excessively. Also, you're not gaining any genuine ground. This requirements to change. At the point when you're helpless you accept that in the event that you have more stuff you are more extravagant and it takes experiencing the whole excursion for you to understand that you've had it in reverse. The stuff you own winds up claiming you. Since stuff requires time and exertion. Start with your genuine house, set things all together. Fix the stuff that necessitates fixing or supplant it on the off chance that you can bear the cost of it. Whenever you're done in the physical, clean up your timetable and your brain. 4. Automatize or outsource a time-consuming task. A year ago you did a lot of dreary and exhausting work. It's an ideal opportunity to discover somebody to take this weight off your shoulders. In the event that you accept your capacity surpasses your present presence, the time has come to begin working around that. You can't be a small-time show and expect the outcomes a whole group can give. This is on the grounds that you as an individual are restricted. You can't be in 2 places on the double, and regardless of how hard you work, you just have 24 hours in a day. 5. Learn one new skill that brings value to your life. In case you're going to make the most out of this current year, we firmly prescribe you to find objectives to refresh your range of abilities. Try not to drive yourself to adapt such a large number of things. Only one aptitude is all that anyone could need to compound over the remainder of your life. Keep in mind, aptitudes compound throughout the span of your life. When you ace an expertise, no one can remove it from you and you will receive its rewards again and again. 6. Travel to one new country. As far as we might be concerned, travel has an enchanted property. It permits our psyche to extend, and when that occurs, so do our objectives. That is the reason we so emphatically suggest you pick one nation you've never been to and go there. We know coronavirus has definitely restricted your movement capacity, however we would say we found that movement is much more advantageous at the present time, costs are lower than expected, less sightseers around, and the well-being measure set up are past the thing you're getting at your nearby shopping center. 7. Add a new piece to your network puzzle. Connections matter a ton. We are rapidly moving towards an inward hover sort of society. Fundamentally, in case you're in the correct group, you will progress admirably, else you're going to need to sort it out all alone. Before the year's end, focus on it to have another important contact. You don't have to drive it, yet position yourself in a way where this sort of result may be unsurprising. Occasions aren't occurring, yet this doesn't prevent you from systems administration on the web. 8. Read one book more than you did in 2020. Rich individuals read. You need to be rich, you ought to have the option to do it too. What number of books did you read a year ago? You can be straightforward with yourself. We're not going to advise you to peruse 30 books, in light of the fact that such objectives are insufficient. Simply attempt to beat your own previous exhibition. Here's the way we consider everything. Books are windows to the future through a lens of the past. We're receiving rewards now, of books we read 5-10 years prior. 9. Cut your social media consumption by 20%. Toward the year's end, we checked our screen time in the Apple settings and we were stunned. Indeed, our business is computerized, so it expects us to invest more energy online than most. However, it's stunning exactly how long is spent on informal communities or playing dreary games on your telephone. Actually, the additional time you spend via online media, the unhappier and more enemy of social you become. 10. Quit one bad habit. This is a typical error individuals make. They start the year with 20-30 objectives. Go to the exercise center, quit smoking, bring in cash, discover an accomplice, figure out how to play guitar, put resources into crypto or land, and when February moves around you understand it's simply going to resemble a rerun of a year ago. 11. Make one long-term investment. On the off chance that you could take simply a piece of your pay and have it securely developing for you for the future, is there any valid reason why you wouldn't accept the open door to do it, this year more so than any time in recent memory? Such objectives may appear to be overpowering from the outset and even to some degree befuddling, however everything seems like that to start with. You simply Google and become familiar with the essentials. At that point you expand on top of that information before you're prepared to pull the trigger. 12. Find one new person that inspires you. You probably won't discover a guide for some time, yet in case you're focused you needn't bother with a tutor, you need a saint. Somebody that motivates you and you turn upward to. Study them, see what they are doing, what they are keen on, and what moves they're making. We live in the brilliant period of substance, so it's almost certain they appeared on a webcast someplace or did a video meet. 13. Manage stress. We would all be able to concur that 2020 has been an exceptionally upsetting year to where it seemed more like quite a while than only one. This made us give nearer consideration to our feelings of anxiety, work volume and well-being. Stress the executives ought to turn into a need for everybody of you. 14. Make it a priority to give back, help someone else. A year ought to never pass by without you positively affecting another person. Here's something we found direct. Whatever you give will be returned in overlap in the following non-many years. Every time we gave, the market/God/universe, whatever you like to call it, gave us much more. It resembles the top administration of the universe sorted out where acceptable on the conveyance of favorable luck and picks you as the broker. 15. Family first. Family ought to consistently start things out, even in your objectives list. COVID killed a greater number of individuals over the most recent 9 months than seasonal influenza killed over the most recent 10 years. In the event that your family endure it without losses, you probably won't understand exactly how honored and lucky you are. Invest more energy with those you love and focus on it to meet up additional. Listen more than you talk, make arrangements together and permit your relationship to bloom. Which of these will you make your priority? We can't wait to hear from you in the comments. Your first goal-setting journey begins now by subscribing to my channel for more interesting videos in future. Thank you for watching.